My most favorite episodes to put together are the ones that spill the tea, that kind of give you guys the tips and tricks that no one else is talking about. And that's exactly what I'm going to do today. Today, I am spilling the tea on Instagram post strategies that are actually working. Grab a pen and a piece of paper because you're going to want to take notes on this one. Episode 174 starts right now. Hey there, welcome to the Lora Shipman Show. We hang out here weekly to talk about things like social media, entrepreneurship, marketing, tools, strategies, tips, and it all starts right now. Hey there, before we get started with this show, I just want to share my passion with you. I love teaching people just like you how to master social media for business, breaking it down into easy to consume and easy to execute steps so that you can see immediate results. So whether you want to start a social media consultancy or grow your brand's presence on social media, I can help. I can help you get started and master all the things that you need to know. So I want you to go over to my website. It is filled with resources, tools, tips, and courses. Visit lorashipman.com. That's LORA shipman.com to get all the goods. Now, you ready for the show? I know I am. Let's get started. All right, are you ready to do it? I know I am. Let's start right off and just start talking about these things that I'm going to share with you today that are going to help you change your strategy. And what I mean by changing your strategy, the goal here today is for you to find post ideas that will help you get more eyeballs on your content and actually also help to start conversation. So let's grab that pen and paper and get started. I've got 8 different things I want to talk to you about. And before we get started, I do want to tell you, this is stuff that I've noticed from my own account. So I'm not taking somebody else's information and just regurgitating it. I'm sharing with you the things that are working for me and my business right now. So you're probably not going to hear some of these things from other people, and then you may hear things that go against what other people truly believe. And I think I'm going to start with that one first. I wasn't going to, but because I kind of led in with that, I want to say this: do the opposite. That's my first tip. Do the opposite to what anybody else is doing in your field or what any other social media expert is telling you to do. Do the opposite of what they're doing or what they're advising, because that makes you polarizing and it makes you stand out. And that's what we want. We want to stand out from the crowd. We want to be noticeable. And the reason why I know this works is, and this is kind of an interesting story, I was posting as I would usually post, and someone actually messaged me once and said, "Hey, how come you don't do what all the other social media experts suggest?" And I'm like, "Well, what do you mean? What am I not doing?" And they said to me, "Well, you're not the primary face in all of your posts. Like, we don't see you with a headshot, just doing your everyday things in front of us." And I said, "Well, yeah, that's right. I don't, because that's not what my audience wants from me. They want to see my mini trainings. They want to see the information that I'm giving to them. Yes, I do personal things here and there, but the majority of my content is educating content. And that's the lane I decided to play in." And so when I say do the opposite, that's exactly what I did. I didn't take a selfie of myself and plaster it up there, and that caught somebody's attention. And that's exactly what I want you to do. What are you going to do to stand out and catch somebody's attention? What are you going to do that's going to go against the grain? That really works, because all of a sudden you're not following the herd. You're that one little sheep that went the other direction and found a new path and a new way to success. So think about how you are going to position yourself now in doing the opposite. What does that look like for you? What does that look like for your industry? And what does it look like for what people are suggesting you do? It could be a little scary to go against the grain and do something different, but I think it's important, because what you'll do is you'll find your own way, you'll find what works, and that's what you need to do. That is your voice. So that's my first tip. The first thing is do the opposite of what everybody else is doing in order to stand out. So the next thing that's working right now are infographics. I love infographics. They go viral. So if you can break down what it is that you do for your business into some sort of a one picture infographic that gives a lot of information and a lot of value, it will go far and it will go in front of many other eyeballs, which is exactly what you want. So for example, what you could do if you were a makeup specialist, maybe you could do an infographic that shows somebody how to put on eyeshadow and highlighter and all of that stuff. If you're in the health and wellness industry, do an infographic about nutrients, break down a vegetable and give the macros and the micros or whatever. I don't know the terminology, but you know what I mean. Break down that vegetable so people can understand how healthy that vegetable is for you. So think about what it is that you can break down into little pieces and do an infographic for your business there. Now, Canva is a great place to create infographics. They have little graphs that you can throw in there. They have all sorts of clip art you can use to make it really interesting to the eye. So infographics, they're going viral right now. So try and jump in on that trend. I think it will help you out quite a bit. The next type of post that is performing really well right now are carousel slides. I love this type of post. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know I use this once a week when I do my mini trainings. And so what my mini trainings are, they're a collection of images that people have to slide through to get the concept, to get the breakdown, to get the story, whatever it is I'm trying to convey to the audience. And this does a couple of things, and this is why I love them so much. The first thing a carousel post does is it stops the scroll. So you've got somebody who comes across your post and they see that you've got a collection of slides that they need to go through. And what that does, it stops them from scrolling anywhere else, and that sends a signal to Instagram saying, hey, Lora's post is really important right now because she's stopping people, so they have to swipe through. The second thing it does is it sends another signal to Instagram saying that people are spending time on that carousel slide post because they're swiping through. They've stopped the scroll, they're reading stuff, they're interacting with the post. And what usually happens after I use a carousel post and I do a mini training for somebody is there's three things. People like it, they actually comment on it, they save it because there's valuable information in there and they can't wait to go back to look at it again. So when they're creating their next post with, they're going to go back to my mini training and say, oh, Lora said to do this, this, and this. I need to refer to this post later so I do not forget. And then they tend to share it too, which is really good. So I feel like I hit the Instagram jackpot with those carousel slides. So again, I think you can do up to 10 slides on the carousel slide. So what I was going to say, again, I've done 4 things or maybe even 5 things with one carousel post. I stopped the scroll. I got people to pay attention and interact with the post, but I got them to like, comment, share, and save that post, which means a lot in the Instagram algorithm. So get used to using slides. They're really, really important. Now, the next type of post that I think works really well on Instagram today is a post that is easy to consume. And what I mean by that is whether you are writing something in the caption or you're using a minute-long video in your post. We're not talking about Instagram TV right now or IGTV. We're just talking about the regular feed post. Or if you're using a carousel, you've got to make it easy for people to consume your content and want to consume your content. So my next tip kind of goes hand in hand with easy to consume, and that is making it a minimal time commitment for people to invest in. Now, this may go against what other people say. A lot of times you will hear people say, write a little mini blog post because you want to get those people involved. I had to be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of the micro blog post on Instagram because, frankly, I don't have that much time to sit there and read these really long captions. What I do have time to do is flip through someone's slides because they're probably written in bullet point format, meaning there's not a ton of information or written words on those slides. That's easy for me to consume, and I can do it quickly, so I have a minimal time investment in that post. So think about how you can make that work for your content. Make it easy to consume, so make it easy to read. And if you are going to write a caption, think in bullet points. We are people who scan things. We don't like to read. So if we can scan something that's in bullet point format, the chances are your message is going to get across to your audience, and they're going to appreciate you for respecting their time and not making it a huge time commitment, because there's a lot of information out there on Instagram. Everybody's vying for everyone else's attention, which means you need to make your posts the ones that get the attention. And if you can do that by saving people's time and also by giving them information that's easy to read and easy to consume, you are totally winning. Okay, I'm going to pause right here because I do have a message from our friends at CinchShare. Hey friends, you know I am passionate about sharing all that I know with you, and when I find a shortcut that you will benefit from, I feel like it's my responsibility to share it with you, which is why I am interrupting this episode. I found a shortcut you are not going to want to miss out on. That shortcut is CinchShare. Just like its name, it's a cinch to use and makes scheduling social media posts simple and fast. It has an intuitive, non-intimidating dashboard, making the process of sharing content effortless. I use it every day, and I love how quickly I can schedule social media posts to multiple accounts and platforms with just the click of one button. I use it for both my clients and for my own content. My friends at CinchShare gave me a special link to share with you so you can try it out for free for 45 days with no strings attached. Check out the link in the show notes and start posting content easily and effortlessly. It's a cinch, I promise. Now back to the show. Okay, let's dive right back in. My next point is really going hand in hand with what I just talked about, respecting people's time and then also making things easy to consume. So the point here is get to the meat. Get to the meat of the post. Don't make people wait for it. That frustrates the heck out of me, and I tend to bounce when I'm not getting what I thought I was going to get out of the post. So don't tiptoe around the content. Just go right into it. People will respect you more for it. Now, the next one I'm going to say is embrace content marketing. And if you're not really sure how to do content marketing, I will probably do a post on this or an episode on this later on. I'm not going to get really in depth in it here because it is a deep topic. Content marketing, though, is great. It's one of those things where you are providing quality information for your audience, information that helps them with their business, information that helps them improve their life, whatever it is one of those things that helps you instantly build trust with your audience, and they will respect you for it, and they will keep coming back for more. So I love content marketing. I think it's a great way to really propel your business and your brand. And by the way, Instagram is a great example of content marketing. A podcast is a great example of content marketing, and so is a blog and a YouTube channel. So if you are interested in an episode all about content marketing, let me know about it in the comment section because I will deliver on that if I get enough requests for it. So go ahead, let me know in the comments that you want something on content marketing. And then the last thing that you can do to really start standing out and to work on is improve your captions. Now, a couple of podcasts back, I have done examples and I've done all sorts of like little trainings on what makes a good caption. Go back and look for those podcast posts, and I'll try and put some links in the show notes so you can just tap on those right away. So at the end of this podcast, you can hop over to how to write compelling captions. And I've said this before too. I think you have about 7 words to catch somebody's attention. So those 7 words really need to be strategic and purposeful in something that is ultra compelling. So go back, like I said, and listen to those podcasts because it's really going to help you craft the perfect caption or intro lead in to the caption. Okay, my friends, those are the 8 things that are working for me right now in my business that I've noticed an uptick in my engagement, in my saves, in my shares, in my likes, in my follower count, all of the things. So if you can put these 8 things into play on your account, I think you'll begin to see a difference. You'll notice an uptick in your account again as well. Okay, so here are the 8 things that I am doing right now that are working. I'm using infographics. I'm at least posting one infographic a week. It's working really well. Slides, those carousel slides, working really well. And I'm doing those at least once a week. I'm doing the opposite of what everybody else in my area or my niche or my industry or space is doing. I'm making content, number 4, that is easy to consume. Number 5, I'm not making my audience invest a whole lot of time in my content. I'm making it easy for them to consume and easy for them to pop in and pop out, and they're respecting me for that. I know they are because I see it in the numbers. Number 6 is get to the meat. I don't tiptoe around my content, and you can tell that from this podcast too. I jump right into the content. I don't do a big warm up. I think that's a waste of time. I just really do. I think people also respect me for it. Number 7, embrace content marketing. If you know me, you know I love content marketing, and I can't help but write content and produce content for my audience. I love doing it. And number 8 is writing compelling captions. I swear to God, once you change those first 7 words of your caption, it will change everything in your post or in your entire account on Instagram, even on Facebook. Actually, all these 8 things, I have to say, will work on every single social media platform. It really will. So if you're on more than one platform, try those 8 things on more than one platform. They work. Promise. I wouldn't give you the information if I didn't think they worked. All right. Well, that is it for this episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love it that you tune in. I love when I get your messages on DM saying that you just love the podcast or that you really learned something from the latest episode, whatever. Don't be shy about those messages. I love hearing from you guys. I truly, truly do. Okay. Until next time, you guys stay safe, stay healthy, but most of all, you know what to do. Stay social. Hey there, I just want to say thank you for spending time with me here today. I know your time is super valuable, which is why I am dedicated to providing lots of usable, actionable information in the shortest amount of time possible. Before you go, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a future episode. And if you have ideas or topics you would like me to cover in an upcoming show, let me know about it in the comment section provided.